Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did my nails at home. So to begin, I prep my nails by soaking them in warm soapy water. Now this will help soften your hands, clean them up, and get the cuticles ready for pushing them back or cutting them. Now what I'm doing is taking a nail file and basically just making sure that my natural nails are filed down and that there's no rough edges and everything is pretty smoothed out. I do like to make sure that my natural nails are short like this because they do tend to grow out a little bit faster, and just depending on the length of the artificial nail, I just like to make sure that my natural nail underneath will not show at all. So, like I said, I'm just filing. Now I'm going to take a coconut oil. Normally you can take a cuticle oil. I didn't have any cuticle oil, so I just grabbed whatever oil I saw, and I'm just putting this onto my cuticles, and this is going to go ahead and help them get softened and ready to be pushed back, and it will just make the process a lot easier than just trying to push them back without putting any oil. You can use either a wooden cuticle pusher or a metal one like I have. I just like to have the metal one because it lasts longer and it's not porous, and you can always clean it and reuse it. I also want to point out that pushing back your cuticles is pretty important when you're applying artificial nails because this will just help the nail bed be a lot smoother and cleaner for the application, and it will give the illusion for longer nails. So that's just a quick tip right there. You can skip this step, but I definitely do recommending pushing your cuticles back if you do want a flawless application. Real quickly, I do want to share with you guys that this costed me about $20 to get started. I did order a nail kit off of Amazon, the artificial nails and the nail glue, and I can tell that this is going to last me a very long time. So I feel like it was pretty worth it versus spending about $60 to $70 every 2 weeks. So I mean, you don't have to get everything that I did. I just chose to get the nail kit because I wanted to make sure that I'd have everything on hand, because I don't really like to work on something and then find out I'm missing something and then have to take a trip to the store. I just rather go ahead and order everything and make sure that it's all there. So yeah, once again, you don't have to order everything that I did, but I will link everything down in the description below, so you can just pick and choose what you want to get and start your way from there. So now I'm just going ahead and cutting the dead skin around my cuticle area and just removing whatever I pushed back. And I'm also just making sure that I don't have any hangnails. I do tend to get those a lot, but I just like to make sure that the whole nail area around is pretty clean. And it may look like I'm cutting a lot, but I'm really not. It's literally all dead skin, and I just like to make sure my nail area looks pretty neat. So that's just what I'm doing there. So I realized that my camera didn't record the part of me filing the artificial nail to size it down to my natural nail bed, but basically all I did was measured the artificial nail on my real nails, and then just ended up filing the sides to make it small enough to fit. So if your nails if the artificial nail is a lot bigger, all you have to do is just file it down a little if you can't find an artificial nail that's your size, or if it's something that's too big. So a quick tip, I did go back in and label whatever bag matched my nail, and I just labeled it, so next time it's going to save me way more time and I won't have to sit there and go through each bag to pick the fingernails. I can just go to the appropriate bag, pick it, and then move on. So now I'm just taking a nail file and filing the top of my nails. I just want to make sure that I get rid of the shine and roughen them up a bit to get them ready to get the glue on. Now this is kind of like what they do when they put on acrylics and they drill the top layer of your nail, except this is way less harsh because you're not actually drilling a whole layer, you're just roughening up the surface. So when gluing on the nail, I like to make sure that I have enough glue on the part of the artificial nail that's going to be covering my whole natural nail. And I do like to add a dot of glue to the natural nail as well. These nails, when I did them previously, actually lasted me about 2 weeks. So I just did this step again, just to be consistent in my last application. So now I'm just taking a tissue and very quickly dabbing off the excess glue. I do notice that I did have a little bit extra glue on the sides. I'd rather have extra glue, to be honest, than not enough, because I'd rather have my nails stick on than pop off later on. So if you do have a tissue and you're dabbing the sides, you have to make sure that you do it really quick and don't let the tissue sit on that glue, because it's obviously nail glue and the tissue will get stuck and then you're going to have a tissue mark on your nail like I did last time. So just make sure if you're wiping off the glue on the sides that it's one very quick motion, and you can keep wiping it off as long as you need to, just don't let the tissue sit there. So real quickly, if you do have like a special event to go to, I would not recommend doing this on the day of. I would do it maybe 1 or 2 days before, because you can get glue on the sides of your fingers and that won't look as pretty. But the more you wash your hands and take a shower, the glue will end up going away, which will leave your nails looking flawless at the end. Also, this does take a lot of time and patience. If you do want a perfect application, I do suggest that you take your time doing this. You don't want to be rushed or, do it halfway, because you might not end up with results that you like. So just do this 1 to 2 days before and you'll be fine. So now that I have all the artificial nails glued on, I'm just taking a nail cutter. You can find this at Sally's. It's specially for artificial nails, and it's just to cut the length that you desire. For today's look, I'm gonna do something a lot shorter than I normally do, only because I literally always have my nails on the longer end and I just wanted to try something new. So that's why my artificial nails for this video are going to be a lot shorter. The nail shape that I'm going for in this video is going to be square. So when I'm filing my nails, I like to make sure that they're really straight. So I'm just filing the sides of the nails to match up to my natural nail bed, because they are a little bit wider. So I'm really taking the time to file down the edges of the nails so they can look a lot more narrow, and it just gives my fingers the effect of a longer shape, and they just make them look more narrow versus wide. And I do like to lean on a surface so I can make sure that the tips are very straight. In this case, I didn't want to lean my finger on my table because I didn't want the file to mess up my table. So I just grabbed my nearest stapler and used it as something to lean on, and I'm just filing the tips completely straight and just making sure that the edges are very square. I do want you guys to remember that practice does make perfect. So if you didn't come out with the desired results right away, I do recommend that you guys keep trying. I mean, it just gets better with practice, and the more you do this, it will be easier for you to work with the glue and be able to stick the nails on. I can tell you for sure that when I first did this, my application was horrible. But with time and patience, you'll just get better at it. So if it didn't come out to how you liked, just don't give up and just keep on trying. Do want to apologize that I wasn't in frame, but I did go ahead and take a nail buffer and I started buffing off the surface of the artificial nails. I just wanted to get rid of the shine and prepare it to get some nail polish on it since I didn't have a base coat. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start applying my nail polish. Also, another quick tip is when you're applying your nail polish, always try to make sure to apply it from the center of the nail down and then to the sides, as you can see here. And it's okay if you do get some nail polish on the sides of your skin. You can always take a Q-tip with nail polish remover and wipe it off, or you can take a clean nail and just scrape the sides. Now, depending on the opacity of your nail polish, you can go ahead and apply a second coat. I had to because the one coat just wasn't enough, but it's all up to your preference on how you want your end result. So now I went ahead and just added some glitter top coat over it. I haven't put glitter on my nails in a while, so I just wanted to go ahead and add some glitter all over my nails just to give it a nice effect. So here's the final look. Also, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. I'll see you on the next one.